Hello. Um, there's a few new additions, but more importantly, I'm hoping this is a version I can actually... hold on, the cat is completely insane. It's climbing up the chair, but that's okay. Bear with me while the cat is the cat. So one of the big things that changed is that we now have a floor and ceiling that actually look like a floor and ceiling. I might be tweaking that in the future, but for now I'm happy with it. Also, wall textures are now scaled in a better way, which makes it look a lot better as well. I gave myself 40% extra health because I kept dying before the 4th floor, which is a bit too much, as there are like 38 floors in this game, so you do need some resilience to start out with. I chose a battle mage for now. There's a name randomizer, so we're called Thistle, which is actually a pretty dope name for a mage, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't sound very battle-y, but, you know. I also added the weird effect. It's actually a combination of two glitches that happened, two bugs that happened when I was trying to fix the ceiling. And I asked those weird looking bugs to be saved as presets, and then I asked to make a sort of disco style flashing version, switching between these glitched out versions of the walls and the textures, and I added some texture warp to that. But that looks so cool that I thought, hey, this actually looks like a JRPG battle warning, basically. So why not just make it 1 second and add it in front of every battle, because it's nice to look at. But then I thought, well, texture warp is actually dope. I want some of it on the walls, but I don't really want to see it. There's a tiny bit of it there. It's just, it's a tiny little bit swimmy. It makes it a little bit more alive. I like that from the PlayStation 1 era, but I don't like it too much. So basically, I don't want it to be in the way of the player. I'm really curious if we can finally manage to get farther along. If not, I'm just gonna massively increase the health because I'm really keen on actually being able to explore my own game at this point, and to be able to handle a fire trap, which we do. I noticed that the font is still somewhat fuzzy in the log at the top, which is fine, but I'll edit that in a bit. Yeah, we'll fight. Bodies remain on the floor for the cat to be eaten when you're playing as the paladin, but we're playing as the battle mage right now, so it's not relevant. Which reminds me, I can start using magic, because why not? 2, got a lightning bolt, why not use it? Just 1 strength is fine. Chest is locked. I'm also keen on finding some lockpicks. I haven't found any yet. And I'm also keen on making it darker, except for where there are torches on the walls. But to make torches that you can find and use yourself be more prevalent in the game. Because right now I haven't found any in quite some time. They're supposed to be there. It'll be fine, but still, it would be nice to have at least some possibility of navigation. These S's are actually just furniture, which is kind of odd. There's O's, H's, and S's equal signs that are supposed to be furniture, but as long as there's nothing to indicate that it's furniture in the first person view, you're not going to know it's furniture. So I'm going to have to either name it or make it more visually pleasing. So I downloaded a program in which I can make ASCII art easier, so I might just add ASCII art chairs. I mean, an H does make sense because it looks like a chair. That's actually true. But then I'd have to maybe place a few H's around an S as a table at equal sign. Make it look... Whoa, that was trippy. Okay, here we go. There we go. I'm gonna use a spell again. Here we go. See, it's a good idea to have some more health. One. Because we also now have a fear mechanic, and we definitely don't want to commit seppuku, or whatever that you want to call it on YouTube. You don't want to smudge yourself all over the walls, is what I'm saying, with the rocket launcher in the other mode. Even though we have a lot more health, I still have to keep an eye out, because you know what? I think something is going on. Something happened. I don't know. I pressed space and I got out of the battle, so that's okay. But I was stuck for a while there. Still exploring on level 1. It's about time we get rid of some... Ah, we have a torch. Let's use that. That's nice. Look around a little bit more. We have some cavern ladders, but let's try... Are you telling me I'm not... Ah, I've got one potion. Yeah, do the battle mage. -1 attack. Well, that's what you get for painting in the dark, you know. Here we go, and I got dominoes, I got the funk flow to make your draws drop slow. The rest of the lyrics I'm not gonna... guess they're not kid friendly. We are gonna need a health potion at some point, but I also made it so that the first few floors have slightly easier enemies and less chance of death and ambush and such. That's probably a table, I'm reckoning. Scratches on the wall. I keep forgetting to look for secret walls because they're also in here, and some of them you can walk right through. They're basically insubstantial walls, but there's also walls where you have to press set to search for them. But secret rooms with campfires make a slight noise, so you can... What happened? Unknown causes. What happened? Well, here we go again. We'll just see how far we get this time now. I keep saying that, but we'll manage. We'll get there. In the end, we've got to have a little bit of patience, you know. It's the name of the game, and definitely with these brutal roguelikes, it's definitely the name of the game, you know. So I've been wondering how I can turn around this process into a learning process for myself, and I've decided on that I'm gonna try to learn to code in BASIC with the use of AI. But to let it actually teach me step by step, and I want to start out by making a text adventure like Zork, only with an actual layout that makes sense instead of like the mumbo jumbo that you have to deal with in that, because I tried really hard, but how do you map something that's just inconsistent? I understand it's like a challenge, but you can make it challenging in other ways as well. So I've really reinstalled Sanctuary Black Edition, which is a text-based RPG. I tried it before, I couldn't get into it at that time, but let me see if I have lockpicks. No. But you know, research always gets me to play games that I find interesting, but sometimes are a hassle to play or take some time to get into. Poison needle avoided. Ah, look at this. We'll just take this. We'll go. Oh, this. There's something wrong on this floor. Now, this is part of the ARG, the alternate reality game I'm adding into this, and this is going to be interesting. No, we don't want Metal Horizon. Fuck off. No, I don't want that. Go away. Hope it stays away now. I haven't tried bouncing the lightning spell around too much yet. 3. I think I also want to change the chance amount once your skills are still low in the beginning. So there's it's a bit more vague as to which one you need to dismantle, and when you level up your skill of perception for the rogue, you can start seeing it easier. I think we might be paralyzed or something with... I don't know why I can't move with that. So what we need is a secret room, and in this secret room we should find what I'll call Mel's Hole for sake of easy remembering, because Mel's Hole was a guy who called into a radio station and said he had a huge hole in his garden where when you drop stuff in it, just doesn't hit the ground. And you know what, I'll stay on this one for just a second longer, because I'm keen on seeing if we can find the ARG part, and if we play that correctly we can actually make it to floor 15 if we're lucky, which is a massive boon. You really want to partake in that if you can. In any case, we gotta drop down Mel's Hole. I keep forgetting I also equipped the rogue with a method of aiming off in the wrong direction. I'm gonna use that from now on because it's just so much bloody fun. Right, here we go. So the facing and such, and the adjacency critical hits and the backstabs and such are what made it far more engaging so far. One thing I do still need to add for sure is a chance to miss, because right now we're just, I think, always hitting. And it would be interesting to... I thought for a second I heard of a campfire, but it was the cat in the kitty litter box. Sounds a little bit similar. We were hit by an arrow. Let's see if we can heal up. Apparently not, but every monster on the floor is enraged now. -1 attack. You feel diminished. -5 max HP. Please, come on. Poison, come on, man. Oh no. Aggravation. Yeah, range, I thought that. Weakness, no thanks. Bone tumbles to the floor. Come on, man. Well, that's all I got. Ooh, we've got a crossbow. Let's equip this with rogue. Yes. I'm not sure. I don't think I need arrows, but we'll find out. I've got a torch. Let's partizzle. There we go. See a little bit more. That's actually nice to. Is this a secret wall? Actually, maybe no. A pit yawns below. No, we don't wanna. We wanna step back. No. No. Go around. Interesting. Torch could burn a little longer, maybe. Twice as long, maybe 3 times as long would do. Ooh, we don't wanna. Yes, we don't wanna. No. Come on. Well, I guess we're just losing our items in the water there. They float away. Might be able to pick them back up, but what happened? Okay, Battle Mage. Now this time, for real, alright? Bear with me. Otherwise I'll need to add more health, but we're dying to mysterious causes, so it might just be something I'm not seeing. Crit that. The enemy also gets crits, the enemy also gets backstabs. Basically they function by the same rules as we do, to make it a bit more fair. And also, if everything works correctly, enemies later on in the game can also use magic, ranged attacks and such. Not sure if they shouldn't be able to heal. Might add that, might not, I don't know. Let's spell, because why not? There we go. Let's also... Yeah, crossbow works, that's sweet. Okay. One emerald potion. Door in the middle of nowhere. Why? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not consequential. Plate armor is something we could definitely equip, but not on the rogue actually. I want it on the warrior to keep it in style maybe. Yeah, let's go down one. As you can see, we've died twice and we have 2 as max level we've reached so far. I really want to crank that number up a lot. I've also decided I'm just gonna ramble on about music, about film, books. I've been reading a lot. Basically just the stuff that interests me. Glad we're managing, because that was quite a lot of enemies. Because frankly, otherwise I just keep on repeating the same stuff I have been saying, and it must be boring to sit through all that. I watched Red Letter Media special on Kyle Gallner, who's not all that well known, which is a shame. He's a great actor. I think he's one of my new favorite actors, and I don't really go on favorite actors because to me directors and script are so much more important often than actors, but there's a way down over there. Might actually take it to crank up our record, but it does take some help. So I'm not sure. So at first I watched Dinner in America, which was hilarious and at the same time endearing as well. And after that I watched The Passenger, which really impressed me because it's a totally different role for the guy, which fitted him perfectly as well. But that movie was just plain intense. It's interesting to see somebody who, even in the form of a movie, you can't really predict his actions or ideas. At some points you're almost liable to become appreciative of his ways of thinking. But of course he's also completely insane. But the reasons for him being insane come across as being, let's say, understandable in a way. It's also for me a little bit of a commentary on American gun logic, because everyone every once in a while does have a feeling of like, I just wanna snap and reach out with my fists or with whatever I've got. But in the case that you've got like a shotgun lying in the back of your car, things might just end up more grisly than you would have wanted or want later. And I think this movie kind of shows this, not probably on purpose, as gun ownage. Again, it happened. I think I'll have to tab out and check, because this is a little bit strange to me. A little bit, just a little bit. Let's go here. I keep dying to unknown causes at moments I don't expect it. Can you see why? Thanks. I'll just let this run while I keep rambling about the movie, but there's not that much more to say except for that it really pulled me in. I read a review, somebody saying that these people were acting very unrealistic. I hardly disagree. I kind of know people who are similar to this in a way, who are just too isolated and out of the social loop, which eventually becomes dangerous, and they become a danger to society and to themselves. In any case, I'm keen on watching more Kyle Gallner movies from now on. I watched about half of Mother May I, and I must say it didn't grab me by the boo-boo as the other movies did, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the right moment. I just was too tired or just thinking about too many other things. I'll get back to it, but at some point. There's so many movies I still need to watch anyway. Another movie that really got to me was Dead Man's Letters from Lopushansky, Russian director who learned the craft from Tarkovsky. I think he also worked on Stalker, which is one of my favorite movies. And this movie was about basically the world being in a post-apocalyptic state after a massive nuclear war, end of the Soviet era. And there's only about 7 people left, and they're all miserable, nihilistic Russian philosophers, and they live in an underground system. Outside world is just full of charred bodies and people with gas masks, and that's it. That was one of the most depressive and, alas, too real movies that I've seen lately. Definitely one of the greats, but trigger warning or beware is in its place, because it was just so intense. And I watched it with my dad, which was funny because the reason I put it on was, well, he likes science fiction. I mean, he likes Alien, so I asked a friend of mine to just tip me one good sci-fi movie, because I haven't seen a good one in ages. And he tipped me this one. It's like, yeah, it's Russian sci-fi. Well, I'll put it on. It's probably gonna be slow, but you can handle that for a bit. But this was slow, and it was utterly depressing. I think it's literally one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen. Funny thing is, I would never put a movie like that on out of free will, but not knowing what I got into, these movies always turn out to be my favorites in the end. So I was definitely glad I saw that. This is taking a while. So this is gonna be an uneventful episode. There's not that much to say about the game right now. So yeah, I've been thinking about actually trying out some basic coding to get the gist of what coding was like in like 1980 and work towards something adjacent to maybe Ultima, but first start out with a text adventure, which is a little bit like Zork. Keen on trying that, but as I said before, I'm also keen on trying some of the older games myself. And now I'm thinking about it, it might actually be a good idea to record these for YouTube, because why not? This might actually motivate me to actually continue on with these games instead of just playing for 5 minutes. I mean, I've been playing my own game a lot more since I've been doing this, and it's not relevant if it's ever watched by anyone. It's also a method of registering progress of the project. So yeah, I did put Claude on the most expensive model, and I'm pretty sure that's why it's like losing its mind right now over some small issue. Yeah, I don't know. Let's screw this. Why am I not playing? Let's. You know what? I'm actually gonna play the full-on blobber mode. That was just a 1 second cut for restarting the game. Yeah, let's go hardcore blobber now. It's gonna be harsh. It's gonna be a maze. I'm gonna take the warrior, and the map is hidden. We can only reveal it with either a map scroll, which we can find, or apparently this door is locked. Or it's not a door. I'm not sure. I haven't encountered the SSI tactical mode in this mode yet. So I'm not sure if this is like only the old school roguelike combat, which I would like to switch up to it being... Yeah, it seems it's only the old school roguelike combat, which I don't mind, to be honest. It's actually okay. But I would like it to be just the combat to stick in this first person mode, but for the enemies to appear in groups in front of you, just like regular old blobbers. Let me also check if we are back at it. Still going at it, you know. It's pretty insane. Again, I don't mind. You can tell already, right? This is gonna be a nightmare. An absolute bloody nightmare to navigate and find your way around in. Except for the fact that there's no reason to ever go back where you were before. So we'll need to fix that. We'll need to make level layouts that loop around and that have ladders back up, or a merchant at the stairway at the start of the level to actually make it worthwhile to head back. More puzzles, more secrets. And what about rotational teleport traps? Did that actually just happen? No. See, that's how... I'm probably going in circles even. I'm sure. This is a totally different experience, man. Did we... Nah. Is it done? For now, I do prefer the... Okay. This is only like half an hour after the previous recording, but in the meantime I switched my room around a little bit, moved my drum set to the other side, and waited while we were checking for the reason of instant death that randomly happened to us. So what's next? I'm just gonna play Battle Mage again because I want to see and use more spells. Move my mouse out of the screen. I'll try to play fast and loose because I'm just here for the test now. Because once I'm certain that most things are actually in place and working, which I expect they are, I'm gonna be playing more seriously, and basically I'm testing to see if it's fit for upload on... Oh look, we created a secret door. Basically I want to test to see if it's ready for some form of early access release on Edge. So I checked again if it's containing any loose scrap code that might register as a virus, and it doesn't. I'm only gonna edit, let's jump down, fuck it. Lost quite a bit of health though, but at least we're making it down a little bit more. And also, we can also just, you know, run up to a point. But I would love to actually release this. No lockpicks. I also need to check if there's more lockpicks in there already. I think I did, but Spider eggs are an ingredient. Okay, well, since it moved over there anyway, I'm gonna lightning bolt right there. Milky potion, this was locked. Some more ingredients for cooking. I might just have to, you know, add more health even for the player, but we'll have to. That was a good run because of the overrun mechanic. Once you kill an enemy, you can do another action, which is pretty lenient, but I want to sometimes get that feeling of feeling of discovery. Sorry, not discovery. I found doing two things at the same time not too bad. Talking and doing this, but sometimes my brain just seizes up. Not enough to call it a seizure. Although I do have a little bit of a mild headache because it's really hot this summer. I've been reading too many books at the same time right now, and that's not the best method I've found. I was reading Thomas Pynchon, Gravity's Rainbow. I really enjoyed Inherent Vice, both the movie and the book, so I thought, let's give it a whirl, not knowing it was going to be one of those, this is the hardest book, oh, this is water, holy shit. Let me see if I can I please get my stuff back? Apparently not. I lost everything. And we died. Can we see in the graveyard? I think that must have been starvation. Go rogue. Missed. Try again. Yep. I like this. This is fun. For me. I'm a little kid sometimes. Ain't this fun? Locked. Updated my journal. Some voice snippets from games are so fucking classic, even not having played the game all that much. I mean, just the guy saying, locked. Updated my journal. It's classic. You get internet kudos if you know which game I'm talking about. You also out yourself as being probably an old guy or girl. Infinity engine, now that's an engine that's been used to great extent and with great success as well. I mean, it's impressive. But apparently I heard on a YouTube vid that the Russians were convinced that the Silent Storm engine would actually be the next big Infinity engine, and they did a few mediocre RPGs on it, but didn't happen really. And I haven't played Silent Storm either. It's one of those games I've heard about. I know the title, but I'm not even really sure what it is. But I somehow expect it to be similar to Jagged Alliance, maybe Jagged Alliance 2, probably. Surviving. Let's see if we got potions. Violet potion. Diminished -5 max HP, which doesn't bring me any closer to max health. One attack is nice. One defense is nice. That's it for him. Screw the scrolls. I think I should actually add, like, if it's an overwhelming odds, we actually do the ASCII combat, and if it's more similar odds or bad odds, it's a tactical battle. Maybe I should give the choice, but that would be too much of a hassle, I'd say. I'm kind of losing health, and I'm playing as a rogue, so I should definitely keep an eye on the rogue and keep it ranged. Play smart instead of keen on changing up the character portraits as well, to be honest, because they're great and all, but they don't really fit what I'm looking for. I'm almost dying. Paralyzed. Weapons glow. Well, great, I'm happy with that, but I'm almost dying. And I still haven't found lockpicks. Yeah. You know what, I'm tired. I'm just gonna leave it at this for now and get back to you later. I'll just combine the videos to make a longer one, even though there's not much interesting content yet. I hope there will be soon, so keep an eye out. And thanks for watching, and see you guys around. Howdy folks, 99-2, let's try it out. I'm going Battle Mage, no news as such. Gonna try and find some lockpicks for locked doors and chests. And other than that, I have slightly more health, but I'm still not confident we're getting far. But this time I'll try to play somewhat careful. Let's use the slingshot and aim totally wrong, which is fine. Let's get him this time. Oof, almost. I like how fast it is. Okay. Still fine on health. Bone. The symbol for lockpick is almost the same, so I hope we don't miss any. This is a rope. That's good, because in case we find a sheep. I haven't implemented it yet, but the idea is that you can lower the sheep into a hole or off a cliff to see how far you can go down to prevent yourself from dying when you jump down. Which is actually not a bad idea. I think I'm gonna add that. For now it's just a sheep. Not a mystery sheep in any case. That is a good thing. It's once you get going, it's fast when you have the adjacency bonus for attack strength. The H's are just chairs. I have to make that more logical. Situate them around. Oh, I have 2 lockpicks. That's cool. Then we can try them out. At least we're gonna equip some leather armor for some protection. We've got a lot of ropes. I'm actually gonna change that to be just once you have the rope, you don't find any more. Save some hassle. Funny thing is, I have the idea to add like battles where you're overwhelmingly powerful compared to the enemy. You just walk over them like like we just did. But I have the feeling that's just already in there, man. That's actually how I got the idea, which is nice. Then I won't have to do anything anymore. So I had a chat with ChatGPT in this case about it teaching me how to code in BASIC. And apparently that's not that much of an issue. We can use DOSBox and just go right ahead as if we're in the 90s or 80s. The idea is to start out with a text-based adventure like Zork. I tried Zork once, but I found it brilliant and immersive, but also it's illogical to me. Say the movement on the map, I just can't draw myself a map on that. It's just too illogical. I know it's for the puzzles, but I'd love to play something like Zork, but then with a logical map, which is quite within reach to do as a first project, in fact, because that's what they did back in the day. You don't need graphics. It's something that fascinates me, because if you don't have graphics, you get immersed. You have your own mind to engage with. Let me actually use a spell here. Lightning Bolt, let's make it strong, and it hit only 1, which is okay. I wanted to be able to pierce, but actually that's okay if it doesn't. We rang an alarm because there's water there, so I'm gonna avoid that because I don't want to lose my stuff. When you hit deep water, do we have any food yet for ourselves? Last time we died because of the lack of food, we starved. I see there's a crevasse right there, the black area, which is cool. We're gonna maybe use that to drop down, but on the other hand, I don't have that much health. That didn't do much. Yeah, we lost something there, but that's only... Shit, we're losing more. Shit. We died? Starvation again. I'm gonna also add that we start out with 1 loaf of bread. Thank Claude, because we're decent people, decent folk, and we're very aware that we're completely handicapped. Without Claude, we can't do shit. This is one of the floors with Mel's hole. So we're not leaving this floor until we find Mel's hole, because we have a slim chance of reaching floor 15 in 1 set. And wouldn't that be the fucking best, right? 46%. Also, let's edit the percentages. Alright. Working it, baby. As I said before, I want to be honest about this. I'm not coding a single word in this entire game. It's an experiment in almost like, I guess, I could say transhumanism. See how far I can overreach myself with the use of AI. If I can, I am overreaching because I wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff I've been doing without AI. But where the other projects were more a learning process, this one is more about seeing how far I can just let it go and use it as a tool to be able to fully follow my vision. Spider axe, that's great. Herb. Torch, nice, let's use that. I forgot I have to add, also make torch work 5 times as long. Thanks. Important stuff, to be honest. I hope the recording is still running because I hate recording for myself, just for myself exploring. It's nice to be able to share, you know. Let's, no spells known. Yeah, it makes sense. Let's try this though. We hit it, we killed it. I'm just gonna shoot blindly in the dark hoping, yeah, no luck. We don't have line of sight. Ah, there we go. I should have actually just, you know. Alarm ward, ember potion. I realize we're almost on. We lost a character. Really? I'm such a dimwit sometimes. I should be also starting to take note of the levels of fear we're experiencing. Becoming a bit uneasy, I see. There are several things we can do about that. We can find a campfire and rest. I believe that's going to do something about that. At some point the paladin also... yeah, we want to stay here for a bit. It's the way down, but we want to stay here for... no hole. I haven't tried lockpicking yet. I really want to try lockpicking, but I'm gonna have to keep my... I think we must have been ambushed, in fact. That's it, actually. Yeah, hit it. Because an ambush makes... this is not gonna work, is it? I'm gonna try to keep him safe. Move him out of there. Sorry for the noises. Sorry, not sorry. At some point, we gotta heal, dude. We really gotta heal. 80 torch turns, which is healing potion. Nice. Now we've identified healing potions. That's actually a good thing. We're gonna exploding potion. Ha! That's a first. Great. Okay, so we're on floor 1 for more than 10 minutes actually, which is dope. That means this game is gonna last for fucking, I don't know, 30 hours if you're... Nice. Okay. Glad I can use the diagonals on this shit. Nah, that's not it. Okay. Overrun. That'll work. Have any of you played Moonring? I believe it's by the creator of Fable. It's a free game in the style of guess I'd say Ultima. I played it for a while and it was really brilliant. I was really impressed by it, but it's also pretty hard and pretty old school in the sense that it doesn't tell you where you need to go. And it's a pretty big open world with old school graphics and really cool color scheme. Good stuff. Almost. I really do enjoy that. That's lightning bolt that guy. Didn't do much, which is fine. Hit that one for a tiny bit of damage. There we go. No reason not to shoot him, eh? There we go. Still waiting for lockpicks and an opportunity to try out. There's still a bit much flavor text. Again, some work being done while it's just like doing the laundry. In fact, in Dutch we have an expression, the kid could do the laundry, and in this case I guess he could. I must say. As I said before, I hope this is not too boring. Not much is happening. I don't mind that in the slightest, but I hope you don't either. That was a good hit, actually. I do wonder if draw bow. Yeah, I think this is also going to determine the damage you do. That's actually cool. That's not only the range. We actually, I'm glad the hitboxes are kind of on the larger side of things. All right, here we go. Do a lightning bolt. Let's see if we have enough. Yeah. MP. There we go. Shoot another one. Great success. Okay, let's head down. So our quest right now is find Mel's hole when it appears again. Which is signified by the text there's something wrong here, and purple miasma instead of green miasma. Interesting. Okay. I reckon this game is gonna be so brutal when you play it in the method of a blobber. These floors are pretty large, you know, and it's dark, you don't see much, and in that mode you don't get a map. Unless you cast a spell, just like in Wizardry 1, which can help, but you can also take out your graph paper and pen and just create your own maps. Let's be careful here because I see water. Man, I had one run in Adom that lasted for about 14 hours if it wasn't more. I was in this first major dungeon, you know, the one with, I think it also has like a city at some point. Halfway, and, well, I'm saying halfway, but knowing Adom is probably, that was weird. Knowing Adom, it was probably only at the beginning, because it's such a huge game. But yeah, I had a conundrum because I didn't have the swimming skill, and that's an issue if you encounter a level that has insurpassable water veins. So at first I lost all my items because, well, I took about 5 hours looking around in other dungeons hoping to find a scroll of levitation. or a book on swimming to learn it, or a character that could teach me, because I believe there's quite a lot of options within ADOM for... What the hell happened now? That happens too often, actually. I think we probably starved though, I'm pretty certain. That's kind of a new mechanic that I keep forgetting is in there. Shoot that. I'm getting better at the aim, I'm glad. Here we go. Kill everything with a rogue. I'm just gonna play more... why did that hit? I don't mind. Next time I'm gonna aim off again just to see, like, if I aim like this, if it still hits. Nah, we're good. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Hang on, let me actually restart this session so we have the new edits in. Let me alt-tab back to here. And here we go again. Game bar keeps kicking me out, so I'm gonna have to sew these together. You can view it as an intermission, I guess. Doesn't matter. Last session wasn't all that eventful, so I mean, who cares, right? Okay, we softened them up a little bit before actually partaking in the battle. Keep missing. Not with this guy though. His aim is pretty good. The extra traps are not in, obviously. At least the recording is still running. I'm not hearing the music, let me turn up my amp. It made sense. I'm also running a fan in the background because it's so bloody hot. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. What I need to do right now is see if I can manage to... Damn, how can I miss that, actually? If I can situate myself with the battle mage so I can damage like most of the enemies, just kill them all. Didn't do much. Okay, let me position myself right there. Crit. Yeah, the downside is that we're so powerful that we're... ranged. Man. Somehow the auto explorer is not working. Funny because in ADOM sometimes it also doesn't seem to be doing anything. Don't mention my lack of accuracy here. Wow. idea. Make it so later levels have traps that are combined, added on top, like explode and poison needle or alarm, for instance. Make it so, my friend. Make it so. Do we have a lockpick yet? Yes, we do. It's funny, I haven't encountered a single lock since I've added in the lockpicks. It's kind of funny, in fact. Let's position ourselves so that we make contact with the enemy. We need only one rope, so when can be removed from the pool. Also, I don't encounter locked doors or chests anymore. So I just learned about the term vibe cleaning. I reckon that's kind of what we're doing. We don't just... we keep bug testing endlessly. Pumped so many hours in it already. But it's fun, so who cares? Also, give me a minute, I'm gonna eat a banana, in fact. I keep choosing the battle mage because I'm curious to what the spells are gonna be like, and because it's cool. This time around he's called Sable. I like Thistle better. As a matter of fact, I should remember to keep my mage in the back. Use my other okay. Let's try to let's eat. Stale but filling. Let's eat. Let's get confused. Let's poison ourselves. Let's forget what the potion does. Let's diminish ourselves. Let's refresh ourselves. Let's just leave it at that for now. Not altogether that much of a help. Let's head down. This is the first time in ages since we... Yeah, like I said before, I'm gonna immediately with the apes. Apes are definitely stronger enemies. So I'm definitely gonna have to block with the more melee based characters. Let's at least hit one time. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we made it without too much of an issue. Sorry for sounding like eating a banana, because I am. position him. Alright, move him up. I should actually make walls block projectiles, I think. But it's just too much fun shooting now. Nope. We're doing okay health-wise, but I would like to heal some more. And or find campfire, heal, level up. Matter of fact, that would be nice. How come I'm almost dying now? Wait. I do not know, but sorry. Are you telling me we don't have any? Healing items. Also, I have the feeling that we still have way too much flavor text, so I'm not sure if we're running the final version. Let's just reload. No, I'm gonna continue this game. Let's finish this one first. But right now the flavor text is inconsequential because it's just constant. It's way too prevalent. Let's try to kill the kobold. Move him back. Move them up. Nah. Down. Crit times 4 is not the way it's supposed to be. I don't mind. You don't. No, do we have any? We still don't have any. Yeah, you know, if I take that, I'm gonna die. It's not fair because I do want to go down. And again, somehow it's always like the very last thing you encounter on a level is the staircase down. But I would prefer to find a cooking fire. What? Okay, let's back for one final session. Classic mode, battle mage, and let's just not die for once. And again we're bug hunting because last time there was a... Am I paralyzed? Why can't I move? Yeah. Let's see if we can do an action. Guard. Yeah, that works. Did we miss? Yeah, we got him this time. Put him in front, cock block, hit, overrun, hit, overrun, hit. Still no traps, extra traps. Not too worried. Almost through our limits, through to our limits again. It doesn't last long enough for me. When I'm really in the flow, I tend to keep on headbutting the wall until I manage to, again with this guy. Let's just guard. But yeah, we're still bug hunting. I'm still not uploading. You're just gonna have to watch me play this for a while. At some point, if I don't encounter bugs for a few sessions, I will upload the new version after making doubly sure that it's not gonna flag as a virus, because that's hella annoying to me. My aim is off again. Keep elongating the battles. That's a weird expression, actually. Kobold, just one. Close but no cigar. There we go. Sometimes not. I think that should have counted as a hit. The stone gives way, you plummet into darkness. We're in level 2, actually, and I don't mind at all, but we do encounter apes from the second level onward, and that's always a bit. But apes are fine when you can range them from you gotta keep the random ideas flowing. Strike while the iron is hot. Steel is strongest, according to Man of War, at least. I beg to differ, but I'm gonna hang back with Mage because we're about to die. We're gonna eat some bread. Pretty filled up now. Eat some potions. Paralyzed. Tink, tink, tink. Paralysis should definitely last longer. Okay, we healed a little bit. That's exactly one. There's still doors in odd places, but I don't really mind, to be honest. Not sure if I'm hitting it. I'm not checking the log. I don't mind. I'll get to kill it. Eventually. A sizzling potion. See, now we have identified a few potions, so if we pick up a potion of healing, we're gonna know. Which is how I actually prefer. I'm thinking of adding a bicycle for smooth movement as an item you can find. A bit like Pokemon Red Edition. I was playing that recently as well. I got a Game Boy from a friend, an original one, and I fixed it, so now it works. And I used to play Pokemon Red as a kid, like endlessly. So I have good memories, fond memories, nostalgia, you know. It's a powerful drug, as they say. Yeah, we're too dead to use the... Let's not. Also, let's make fear a sanity bar instead that depletes. Use skull logos in that color. Yes. I think I'm happy with the size of the levels. They're pretty fucking huge. Here we go. Bomb. Kinda missed, apparently. We're out of MP already. We really need to find a campfire to level up, but that's like the name of the game. It's been like that since the first time I tried. I think the first episode was actually called Dying for a Campfire. Right? Yeah. We died! Slain by poison. I think that was the trap we just walked over. Alas, let's just try the warrior, because maybe he's a bit more resilient. We're not doing too hot lately. I don't know why this time the Battle Mage was actually first in the queue. No stress. It's a Battle Mage. Should be able to knock someone over. Still some weird doors, and that was a trap, but I don't think it did much. Water we'll avoid. Kill this. I'll just move ahead and just... Weird how that works, but I'm totally fucking fine with it. With the overrun mechanic, basically if you start out with a rogue, you could chain kill everyone. Dead end. I think we're at the edge of the map right here. Yeah. Cool. So we gotta head right. For sure. This is definitely my last session for today because I'm starting to become tired. But I was thinking about other games I could play that are not mine. That would be cool to do a recording on, because I wouldn't play them otherwise. One of those is Grimoire, Heralds of the Winged. I don't know, man. What a title. I tried. It's a huge game. We dropped down. I don't mind. At least we got one floor lower and we're still alive. Does mean we're starting to get lower on health, so I'm just gonna try to after this battle at least, not engage, like, maybe at all. Also keep that guy back because he's dying. And he's our main. Let's see. Well, never mind. You know what? This is it for now. I'm gonna log off, and I might be back and I'll add it to the same video because otherwise all these shorts are just gonna be annoying. Hello? Let's get going. See how far we get. Start out with some mediocre enemies, so might be able to get them with just a rogue in the end. If I aim correctly, I mean, I'm a bad shot. There we go. 41% sounds decent. I'm not sure if it's working correctly because 41% is quite slim chance of. I mean, I've been hit a few times by those, but not often. They haven't killed me, I think. It's still very hot in here, so bear with me. Need to wipe some sweat every once in a while, I guess. Ah, finally a hit. Now I need to move in the right direction though. Here we go. Here we go. Miss. There we go. Here we go. Let me put on my headphones even though it's 30 degrees Celsius. So I can detect if there's a room with a campfire. Which is kind of central to survival because I keep walking into traps. Burn? Yeah, why not? We burned the log. Let's pop some potions. Eat some bread first because I keep forgetting. Nope. Cleansed of all ailments. Not bad. Warm golden light. Alright. I'll take it. It's free. Bomb. Still enjoying it with So when I was like 13 years old, I was not really allowed. I think 14, maybe 15. I was not really allowed to be in online chat rooms, of course, but I snuck out and got into them anyway. Of course, as one does. Keep my mage in the back a little bit because he's, well, not doing what I'm saying, but that's okay. But yeah, I got into these chat rooms on spellpunt.nl, which is like I don't know, it probably doesn't exist anymore. I should check. We could check. Would be fun. But yeah, I hung out there and played darts, and that was exciting and a little bit scary at first. Got it. Alright. Yeah, let's pick it. There's no real mechanic to the lockpicking. They can break, but I'm fine with that. I want to keep some things kind of streamlined to a degree. That's a nice shot, actually. Got me to move further along as well, which is nice. I'm glad with how I'm happy with how quick this plays. You can hurry it along quite a bit. Yeah, we gotta clean up a little bit of the enemy. We have lightning bolt, I see. Better start using it. I'm also really happy with the adjacency mechanic. Works a charm, especially for dealing more damage with crits. Here we go. Alright. Okay. See if there's anything in this chest. Alright. Our mage is nearly dying and we're playing as a mage, so we should hang back. We should also maybe just quaff some smoking potions. Diminished. Eat some bread. Okay, let's head one level further down. That looks good. Okay, let's... it wasn't right in the ballpark, but not far enough. Let me know if the rogue seems OP. I'm okay with it. As a player, you need some leniency. I mean, it's been rough. I've had to increase HP like twice already. And I'm debating doing a third time because I do want to let people get along for a bit before it starts getting as gnarly as we're experiencing it. Missed. Still not dead. Miss. God damn it. Miss again. Come on, man. I'll just try to... God damn it. Come on. There we go. Purple potion. Let's start coughing. Nope. Blinded. Which doesn't sound all that beneficial. Imagine having to navigate this with pen and paper and first person view from the blobber mode. It's gotta be brutal. I know I'm saying brutal a lot, but it's in its place we are at. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch out with my battle mage right there and move it out. Kill that. Move further. There we go. Too bad I moved away. I don't know, my warrior's not doing that much. Alright. Fill her up. Okay, that's a good thing. Let's head down. Ah, we got a Mel's Hole level. Let's see if we can find it this time. I haven't been able to. We're still almost dying, so I have to be really careful now. Also, I really want the Paladin to finally have some healing options as well, because yeah, I'm gonna not do that now in case the video cuts out. Ooh, risky. Nope. I got the damage anyway from the Overwatch. Yeah. Warrior for some toughness. Let's let the mage do all the work. Let's move around actually, or not. I'm not sure if this is actually a good idea. 8. Well, shit. Let's make sure to keep our main character in good health. There we go. Actually, our rogue is... we got some torchlight. I don't mind. Might enable us to find the way. Nah, no spells yet. Fuck it. Sorry it took a while. Actually move this one back. Alright. See if we've... Yeah, smoking potion. Let's... Dark red sounds good too. No, you do feel restored, but... You feel diminished, actually. Bread. Right. Ah, we got another stairway down. That's actually great news, because that means we're in level 2 now of 38. We got a ways to go. Keep the rogue back for sure, because we need him to or her to be able to open the trap chests. The warrior misses quite a lot, but that's okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Didn't intend on that, but that's good. Won't hurt. Alright, let's get to shooting. Shooting and tooting. Ooh, risky. You know what, I'm just gonna... If he dies, you know, he dies, it's okay. It'll tighten up the gameplay for a bit. Yeah, let's try some scrolls for once. What happened? Nothing happened. The dungeon reveals itself. That's great, because then we can see, actually. Let's see if we can find where the campfire is at. Here's one. Okay, bottom, middle. Okay, I have to head in the direction I'm actually heading, so that's good. Alright, cool. Grab that bow or whatever it is. Glad we actually... okay. Survive this, please. Because we'll be able to cook and heal up, actually. And then the mage will have some spells and things will start looking up. So I don't have to worry. I'm gonna win this for sure. I'd have to do strange... like, he's stuck. I'll have him guard. Alright. Yeah, we read this before. The more interesting pieces are probably down low. Alright, here we go. Warrior. Let's go HP. That needs to be shorter, but that's okay. Ooh, move and attack in one turn is great. Then I want more HP. More HP. Fortune. And let's level up some more, you know. This is good. Ah, this feels so good. Yeah, let's work on attack now. Choose. Ooh. Yeah, attacks hit adjacent foes is great. Cook some? No. Rest? You're fully rested. Okay, cool. Yes. Good stuff. Now restore probably doesn't... remove curse as well. That's actually awesome, man. We're doing... hang on, I don't want that on the... I want that on the warrior. I want the... No, I want the splint mail on the warrior. I'll give the battle mage the plate armor. Rogue can get the crossbow. Warrior can get... you know what? Paladin can get the plate mail. Paladin can get a mace. I don't know if it's any better, but we'll see. This room looks kind of cozy, don't you say? That's nice. Okay, now let's see where we need to head off for the next level. But it's all the way. That's probably it. Okay, top left. Okay, I might actually just... you know what, I'll play first person for a bit. Until combat, of course. Bam. Nope. Still think the percentages are too high. Needs to be more difficult to... Nice. Let's pick up this. Nah, probably we're full up. I'm pretty sure we're full up now. Ah, there it is. We're the warrior actually, so guess what? There we go. Ain't that nice? Okay, let's lure him in here so we got this gauntlet for them. Oh, I'm glad I actually hit that. Momentum, fortune, and cleave. The fuck? We need to do some spells with the warrior now. Spells. No. Skills. Momentum, I guess. Gonna go for the monkey or ape because they're kind of the toughest. You know what? I'm gonna... Oh, I don't have alchemy apparently with my rogue. I'm not sure if characters level up their skills actually, if they are leveling passively because they're played by the... or are not the main character. Let's see. 7 silver potion. We're full up, so first thing we gotta do is see if we can... I don't know what that did. Let's try with this. Restored, I don't know, man. Let's try this. Skin hardens, alright, 1 defense, I'll take it. Take another silver potion. I should add some battle music for this. Please stop missing. Thank you. Our rogue is skedaddling because he's dying. Okay. Alright, backstab. Backstab's nice. Why didn't that die? Or did it? No. Still not. Really? You're gonna tell me it's gonna kill my rogue? No. We're gonna pop some more potions because... well, that was the end of the rogue. Eat some bread. Eat some more bread. Drop D. Not the tuning. I was tempted to pick that up immediately again, but... out of lockpicks now. Violet potion. Do we have a torch? Who's not wearing any armor? Everybody's wearing armor. I'm never sure which is better armor. I should add some stats to that, so you don't have to doubt. Ah, that sounds interesting. I hear a campfire to be... well, I'm glad, because my rogue is dying. Are you telling? Ah, I was about to say, man. Ah, but there's no campfire. No. Good stuff. In any case. Scroll of mapping is nice because then we can actually find the campfire. I need to put in a zoom function because this scrolling is annoying. Ah. Okay. That's nice. Straight down. Okay. Here we go. Keep the rogue alive is mission number 1. The other guys are doing alright. It feels like we're doing good this round. We might make it a bit further actually, but I don't want to jinx it. Excuse me. Let's do this. Yeah. Warrior, we're playing as the warrior, yeah. First HP, shield wall, HP. I just want a lot of HP at first. Cook. I don't have any... I do have spider eggs and such, but there's apparently no recipes with those. We don't need those. Fuck it. What? No way. No fair. Sad. Sag. Actually, I wanted to play as the battle mage anyway, because I wanted to check the spells, so I don't actually mind. I'm a fan of weird movies. Most of them I know actually from 366weirdmovies.com, which is a great site for reviews of stranger films. And it ranges from, say, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to real nasty stuff, or there's quite a lot of range on there. But that's how I first heard about Caligula, the movie with Malcolm McDowell. Recently saw the Ultimate Cut, and I must say that was awesome. I don't know how they did it, but apparently they only used shots they didn't use in the original film. Original cut. That didn't do much. Okay. A tip for you all is also Wizardry the 5 Ordeals. That is, I think, the most old school I've gone with the roguelikes, because it's basically an engine for Wizardry 1. So you have a lot of people making scenarios, and oh, here, look at this. Let's fight first. But it basically gives you a toolkit to create Wizardry 1 style scenarios, and I played the tutorial one, which lasts about 60 hours, and I finished it. That was great. It was a really good challenge. It's definitely not what you'd expect of a tutorial. It's like really challenging, but okay. Battle Mage. We want a lot of HP, MP. Full MP. We're going. Yeah. Cleave. Yeah. MP. I'm going Cone of Confusion. I'm curious as to what it does. More MP. What we got here? Arcane Power. Oh hell yeah! Mana Font still though. Ooh, let's do Sleep. More MP. Fuck yeah, Chain Lightning. Or do I want the map? I want the map. Because then we can be doing this. We can choose the other one next time, maybe, you know. Healing Stew. Alright. The green fog is not a gas. Those who breathe it do not suffer from poison. They suffer from the remembering. Things they never experienced. Places they never visited. People they never lost. The miasma is memory that belongs to something else. Alright. Rock and roll, motherfuckers. Shit. Cloudy Potion. Well, nothing is keeping us from basically rocking the... I chose the map spell, right? Maybe that's the one I'm learning next, because that's how I actually coded it, so to speak. Let's head down. We're on Mel's Hole level. Mel's Hole another level. Here we go. Shit. A mile wide. Okay. Uh, 43%. Again, we haven't been hit by any of the traps in ages, which I don't mind, but it's supposed to be a little... Yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's kill some ape. I forgot to fucking rest. Oh no. Cone of Confusion. No target. Lightning Bolt. Not enough MP. Yeah. Shit. I should have, you know. I'll try if I can do a level 1. Yeah, I can do level 1. No longer enough. I didn't actually give him any HP extra. My rogue is also getting... Ooh, that Overwatch was harsh, man. And that's not gonna change anytime soon. Why does he keep missing? Ganging up on this guy with all my dying units. Okay, so what I need to kind of do is find a... we gotta eat. We got a +2 mace. Alright, let's give it to him. We've got a healing potion. That healed only our main character. But we need to heal the rogue. I'm not gonna read all the descriptions, it's all gonna be bad stuff. Let's do a scroll. No, hang on. Heal who? What did I use? Missing a lot, unlike them. Missing. Somehow we managed, but don't ask how. At least our main character has a lot of health, so worst case we can even solo it. I'm pretty sure we can manage that. If we keep him alive, of course, and if he manages to level up. But if I'm correct, next level up I'm gonna have the map spell, and that's gonna be a major... I'm gonna try and heal the rogue who just died. Nope. Nope. At least I'm not dying, but it's not much better than that. I have map now. 2? No. 1? Yes. Fuck yes. Excuse my French. Excited. Is it down there again or not? Because I don't want the maps to be the same. Okay, it's all the way on the left in a hidden room. Top left. All the way on the other side. That's fine. Here we go. Too bad I lost my rogue. Most useful character, I guess. I have to be careful now. I have to really start thinking about this a little bit and bringing in my boy. Yes. I can try cleave now. Skills, cleave. This is some kind of dance. Hobgoblins are actually a lot tougher than I thought. Well, what I thought was gonna happen happened. Okay. Here we go. Go around. I'm not too keen on having 2 apes on me, man. I'm gonna flee. Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding. Let's do some HP. HP. Chain lightning. Face of God, armor, scorching ray, rest, 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 rest. Doesn't work. Well, let's try a spell if it's possible. That's sweet, actually. Let's try that again, but I only have 3. Nope. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why? What happened? The guy was dead, but he didn't die. Well, that's the end of the episode, I think, my guys and girls, because it's been a day. Let's put it that way. It's still a brutal game. I might add a little bit more health, but I feel it's almost there now. It's almost there. And then it's already almost there for an early access release. And I hope by then that I can actually upload it to Steam, because I haven't got the go from Steam yet. So I'll keep you posted. Thanks again for watching, and till next time. Good evening. Okay, we're playing as the rogue. I'm probably not gonna comment much, maybe not at all. I'm tired, but I'm just playing around, seeing how far I can get. There's still some issue with visual. I made an ASCII drawing of a wizard, but it's a little bit weird, as you can see. So don't worry about it, it will be fixed. I'm feeling there's a campfire. But I don't think there's a way. see if we can heal some, make some space in the inventory. Nope. Torch. Nope. 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 I'll take that. Ah, wrong one, but who cares? Hey, Bruce. Campfire, please. Or not. Let me see actually if maybe the edits are done.